lot of people, they will complain to me privately, but they will not complain to the city.
So is that because they don't necessarily understand the process of submitting a complaint, or is it just because they're inaccessible? Or like I've heard about the intimidation factor from other people I've spoken with today. Why are they not reporting these unsafe conditions?
I think there are a lot of variables.
It kind of depends on the person.
Exactly. I think there are a lot of variables. A lot of people feel disparity. Complaints are going unheard.
Right.
Our mayor has been using Harvey, I would say, more so than leading Harvey.
Okay.
When he was first elected about 14 years ago, there wasn't a camera he didn't love. Now you can't get a hold of him. You have to go through his spokesperson, Sean Howard.
Okay.
So he's like Mr. Behind the Scenes now. I guess things got too hot for him. Anyway, he is just embroiled in nepotism and corruption, misuse of funds. I'm sure that you know, there's like reams and reams of evidence, miles and miles of newspaper articles. Everybody knows. Everybody in the county knows. He has used, you know, funds that should be buying police cars to buy a car for himself, and then claiming that, well, he's a part-time police person. He, you know, has his family on the board, the school board, appoint him to be the commissioner, and that the commissioner? Superintendent, excuse me. And then a couple weeks before his term is up, his contract is up, they vote to give him a $250,000 severance pay. Again, probably legal.
Yeah.
Definitely unethical.
Right.
Lawsuits for misconduct, and you know, he operates with tactics of intimidation. You know, and so, like I said, the list goes on and on and on.
Right.
And my question is, and when I tell people about what's going on, their question is, well, why isn't he under the jail yet? And that's my question. I started to become a little more informed and active, and so I started going to City Hall, the City Council meetings. And I have learned that the first hour is devoted to what he calls the mayor's report, which is an hour of him standing up there and doing a PowerPoint presentation and talking about how, you know, everybody's against him and everybody's lying about him and all this bad news that you hear, that's bad for the city and it's not true, and the media is against him and the Tribune is against him, and white outsiders are against him. Yeah. And the faction, which he calls the majority of our aldermen, who are trying to hold him accountable. All they want to see is what he's spending the money on. They want to look at the books. They want to see the receipts. That's all that they're asking for. And the mayor wants them to sign off on the tax levy so that he'll get the tax money for the city. And we all want the city to have the tax money. But we also want to know where it's going.
Right.
Who's being paid? Who's, you know, getting a car? You know, we want to know where our money is going, and that is not a big ask.
Right.
But he plays us off as villains because we're trying to hold him accountable. Says that it's personal, says it's political. That's not it at all.
Now he's accusing us, many of us, and he specifically put me in a PowerPoint in which he said my name and the fact that I was a human relations commissioner, but it actually, he said, human something else. It wasn't a human relations commissioner, but it was the fact of the matter that he put me in there and I didn't even know it about it. He does those kind of things, okay. So when I got home, of course, people are calling me and saying, wow, did you see you were in the PowerPoint? I said, no, but you know, all he did, and when Mayor Kellogg sees this video or whatever we have, publicity, that's all he did. He created publicity for me because he knows that I'm always going to be fighting for the right. I have nothing against Eric Kellogg.
Our corrupt mayor had lots of family and friends, and they're in different positions in the park district, in the schools, in the library, and they're all connected to each other. So if anyone tries to speak out against corruption, like I try to and others, they are not afraid to punish you.
Right.
They will come after you for your job. So that's why I'm not all that surprised. But yeah, it made my life very stressful and very unpleasant. I was intimidated after a city council meeting. That's actually what I submitted my complaint for that, where after city council meeting, the mayor and some of his buddies and associates were basically interrogating me, saying like, well, do you even live here, and where are you from? And they're quoting to me my mother's address and saying, well, this is where you really live, isn't it? And do you even get your tax bill there? Don't you get it at the, and they're quoting my mom's address, and I'm like, okay, is this how you welcome new people to town? Wow. And they just said some, rude things about me. You think you're a white boy trying to come here and help poor black people. Just go back to where you're from. Very intimidating.
Do you believe that he might be able to be worked with, or do you think
I think he's too far gone.
Okay.
I think I think greed has overtaken him. I think his pride has overtaken him. And he's shown and displayed that he's just gone. He'd rather see the city just go to ruins instead of humbling himself, and listening and working, or provide some kind of vision. There's been no vision. There's been no architectural drawing of no comprehensive plan, no nothing. Just dictatorship. Like, put stuff in front of us, vote for it, or else.
Right.
You want us to vote for it, and if we don't, we try to make the people think that the four of us is holding the city up. I think it's, I don't know. As much faith and hope that I have, I would say that it's possible, but it's probably less than 1% possible. A possibility of because it would take him to humble himself. We've humbled ourselves. We've taken verbal abuse. So many racist statements made during city council meetings. So many, he's attempted to assassinate all of our character with words. And we've attempted to meet with him. He has refused to do that. From the very beginning, in our first month of being in office, the alderman, as it allowed, as the Illinois, our local law allows the alderman to organize ourselves as far as the committees is concerned, which we did. He didn't approve of that. He vetoed it, which is okay, because he has that power to do so. But what he negated was he did not put that item back on the agenda, the next meeting agenda, to give the council an opportunity to override his veto, because he wasn't satisfied with who the alderman organized as the chairman of this committee, the chairman of that committee. So he has blocked us from having those functioning in those committees, whether he locked the doors, whether he, prevented us from having the meetings at the council. He had over 100 people, I think it was around 150 city employees and other residents to protest in front of the house. And I'm talking about fire trucks, police officers. So when I was harassed coming out of my house, along with my assistant, my vehicle was surrounded, and they wouldn't let us pull off. I was assaulted by one of his close friends who jumped out of a Maserati car to snatch my cell phone out of my hand as I was videotaping the protest and smash my cell phone to the ground because I voted against the tax levy, and they said that I was going to cause over 50% of employees to lose their job. So he used that as motivation to get them to come out.
Wow.
But there was no way possible that my one vote, I'm 6,
Right.
had that much power.
What has the mayor been doing to attempt to stop you in your attempts to bring these issues to light and to do something about them?
I really think he's been using more of a juvenile approach.
Okay.
Name calling.
All right.
Not fact-based evidence, just name calling more so.
All right.
They're the faction. They're trying to destroy my name and my legacy. They're trying to bring me down and bring this city down. And they are trying to take over this city, whoever they are. Actually, they means white people. That's what it really means. Okay, it's code speak, for white people. Are trying to take this city back. They want to take this city from us. That kind of thing. And, I've been called a drug dealer, murderer, okay? Yeah, drug dealer, murderer, this diabolical scheme as a drug kingpin. So it's more so just a lot of name calling to...
Kind of starting rumors, it sounds like.
Right. Yeah. Well, see, this administration, and I've said this before, many people have heard me say it, this administration and those that affiliate with this administration appear to operate by using threats, intimidation, rumors, innuendo. I call it tyranny.
Okay.
Okay. And they use tyranny to do just that. So they put out it's like the bully in the schoolyard. Everybody's afraid of the bully in the schoolyard. Why are we afraid of the bully in the schoolyard? I don't know. But we've always been afraid of the bully in the schoolyard because he's the bully.
Right.
No one really knows why. That threat and intimidation is always there over the people, holding them hostage. So now Mayor Kellogg becomes that bully because, first of all, he has a private, he has a public army called the police department, okay? And he has a private army called the Nation of Islam, Fruit of Islam, okay? And so he tries to, he uses both to intimidate, okay? And so that threat is constant there. But of course, like with the bullies, you know, then there's the guy who transfers in from out of the district that never knew that the bully was the bully. And as soon as the bully says, give me your lunch money, he punches him in the nose and everybody sees that he's not as big of a bully as everyone thought he was.
Right.
But so those threats, intimidation, the rumors, and so they start to, you know, come up with rumors. And, you know, just to give you an example, this past council meeting, I was accused of serving cake to my constituents. It broke my heart. I'm being
right.
being funny.
I know, but
okay, yes, because that's the best thing he come up with. So what happened is he says, well, you know, he was with the white man serving cake. So he should have been over here at the city council meeting, but he was serving cake with the white man. This is for real. This is for real. Okay? And so he tries to attack, like I said, using Juvenile, you know, what is it called? Nanny nanny boo boo, something like that, whatever it is. Using that to try to actually get people to believe that he must be doing something right, we're doing something wrong.
Right.
We're just against him because we want to be against him. And this is high school, and we just don't like him because he's the top cheerleader. And so we just don't like him. We're jealous. And it has nothing to do about the 154 million, the 20 million, the, you know what I'm saying, the upping of the water bills. It has nothing to do with that. It has nothing to do with the fact that $19,000 that he paid his son, $90,000 for to host a Facebook page. No, it has nothing to do with any of that stuff. Okay? It has nothing to do with the list of egregious activities that have been conducted under the mayor's administration. It has nothing to do with that. It has to do with the fact that we're jealous of him. We wish we could be him. And I serve cake to my constituents.
Wow. Gosh. That is so ridiculous. It almost, and I don't, it almost reminds me of the way you're speaking of the way a lot of people speak about our current president. How he kind of uses juvenile tactics to respond to anyone who stands up to him.
Crooked Hillary. Well, I forget what he called Marco Rubio. You know, but yeah, this is what, and this is really, these are the taxes that he used. He even used the word after Kellyanne Conway came out with the alternative facts. That made it into one of our meetings.
Wow.
He gives a PowerPoint presentation that usually lasts somewhere between 20 to 30 minutes at every meeting.
Okay.
And alternative facts came into. It's like he goes and watches Trump on TV or some of the Trump surrogates on television, and he says, okay, now I know what to do.